What's up guys, Xuses here, back with another discussion video where I wanted to mention a couple of important topics that no one seems to be talking about, and that's fight money or lack of fight money and how it ties in with the season pass, which you can purchase for 30 bucks. For those of you who don't know, the season pass gives you the 6 downloadable characters and their premium costumes for free. Sadly, the season pass only unlocks the premium costumes for the first 6 DLC characters and not the rest of the cast. But let me quickly break down the value of this pass so you can have a better understanding of the points I'll make later in this video. So we already know the premium currency in Street Fighter 5 is called Zenny, where for every dollar you will get 100 Zenny. 600 Zenny is required to purchase a character, and if you want the premium costume for it, that'll cost you another 400 Zenny. So if you add up the numbers, 6000 Zenny is required to purchase all 6 DLC characters with their premium costumes. This equates to 60 bucks, so the season pass is not a bad idea considering you get all the new content for only half the price. But when you throw fight money into the mix, it becomes a different story. Let me begin by saying that this system that Capcom has chosen to market as free to play, or forever free, or don't worry you'll never have to buy another Street Fighter expansion again, is quite deceiving. It's extremely easy to rack up that initial fight money through story mode and survival mode, but that's where it stops. As shown in the footage, I completed story mode and survival mode on easy with the entire cast and managed to rack up around 270,000. So let's say you just purchased the game. It won't matter what skill level you are because everyone can complete story mode and survival mode with the entire cast on easy difficulty. This will net you somewhere between 230 to 240,000 fight money. Considering most casual players will not be able to complete survival mode on normal or hard with each cast member, this is essentially where the fight money stops. You are then left with the tedious task of trying your hardest to win online matches, which is no easy task by the way, because the competition is tough, in order to get a futile 50 fight money per win. And for some strange reason, the game doesn't even reward you fight money for losing. So now that we've established that most people will be stuck in the 200 or 300,000 fight money range, let's bring forward the topic of the upcoming in-game shop. When the shop launches next month, you'll be able to purchase the story mode costumes for either 40,000 fight money or 400 Zenny. Am I the only one that thinks that Capcom should not be charging for story mode unlockable costumes? I've personally never heard of a game that asks you to pay for additional costumes which you unlock just by playing the single player portion of the game. If someone has, please let me know in the comments below. Plus, with all the problems that Street Fighter 5 has had during the week of launch, I personally feel that Capcom should be thinking about compensating people with fight money or a free costume or two. And for those of you who might say, well X, they're for free so why are you complaining? To be honest, they're not for free. Capcom values each costume to be 40,000 fight money, which they believe to be worth around $4, which is ridiculous, but I'm going to be nice and give you guys the benefit of the doubt, so let's just say everyone has managed to get 300,000 fight money. If each story mode costume is going to cost 40,000 each and you want them all, it'll cost you 640,000 fight money. Do you know how many online matches you're going to need to win in order to get that extra 340,000 fight money? Don't worry, I'll tell you. 6,800. You're going to need to win 6,800 online matches in order to have enough fight money to buy all the current story mode costumes. Notice that I said current, because there will probably be additional story mode costumes for the new characters as well. And there's more bad news. People are rage quitting like crazy because there are no penalties, so now you also have to hope your opponent stays after losing, otherwise you get no fight money. But it doesn't end here. Let's not forget that the first DLC character is coming next month, and if you don't want to pay $6 for him, you will have to spend 100,000 of your precious fight money. Now, I'm sure most people will end up buying Alex, so now you're left with only 200,000, with the option to buy only a limited number of story mode costumes. I know not everyone cares about having extra costumes for the entire cast, but I know for a fact that due to the easy pick up and play nature of this game, most people will have multiple characters that they consider their mains. Once again, I'm going to be nice and suggest most people will buy roughly 3 story mode costumes, which costs a whopping 120,000 fight money, so now you're left with a measly 80,000. At this point you might be thinking, okay, I better start grinding out the extra 20k fight money if I want the DLC character coming in April, which is probably going to be Balrog by the way. That extra 20k fight money is going to cost you 400 online wins, unless you manage to get a lot better at the game and manage to complete survival mode on either normal or hard with multiple different characters. But luckily for us, the daily challenges are just around the corner. Unfortunately, we currently have no idea what the daily tasks will be and how much fight money will be rewarded for completing them. I'm not feeling too optimistic about this, so I'm hoping it will be around 2,000 to 3,000 fight money per daily challenge. In a regular month, logging in every day and completing the daily challenge will then give you between 60 to 90,000 fight money, which is more than acceptable. Earning 60 to 90k a month from daily challenges would be a great start, but earning the rest is so damn hard that this is where the topic of online fight money needs to be addressed. I don't think Capcom realizes just how tough the online competition in Street Fighter V is. For a casual or even an intermediate player, winning every match is nearby impossible, and then being rewarded only 50 fight money is kind of insulting, to be honest. This number most definitely needs to be increased. I would say 200 fight money per win sounds a lot better, and perhaps 100 for losing. 100 online wins would then get you 20,000 fight money, which seems acceptable considering the amount of time required to actually win 100 matches, but this is never going to happen, and let me explain why. If Capcom were to be nice enough to give us 2k fight money daily challenges, we'd all get 60k a month. Then winning 200 online matches for the remaining 40,000 is more than possible. That would mean that we would then be able to get 100,000 fight money every month without too much problem, and that's all we need to unlock the DLC characters. But this is probably never going to happen. As explained earlier, I know Capcom is marketing this game as being able to unlock most important DLC by just playing. It's only partially true because they want you to spend money. Will Capcom be nice enough and let us earn 100,000 fight money a month from daily challenges and from winning online matches? I don't know. As more and more characters join the game, that's an extra 40,000 fight money for their additional story mode costumes. If they have story mode costumes, that is. But if they do, that's just an insane mountain to climb up, because getting 640,000 fight money for the initial 16 characters is going to be a monstrous task in itself, and adding 40k per additional DLC costume and another 100k per DLC character seems almost impossible right now. I honestly can't see a way of getting all this new content without having to pay for something with actual real money. But Capcom has a way to fix all this. By giving us substantial rewards for completing daily challenges and upping the fight money earned in online matches, this system can work. They also need to look into reducing the price of story mode costumes, because 40,000 is way too much. So now that you have all of this information, can you see why purchasing a season pass feels unavoidable and almost a necessity at this point? So to sum up this video, the point I'm trying to make is that Capcom needs to make the process of unlocking content for free realistic and attainable. For those of you who are unable to, then there's always the option to purchase Zenny, but the free method shouldn't be completely out of reach for players who are logging in every day and grinding out hours and hours. After all, Capcom should be rewarding you for choosing to play their game. There's a lot of competition in the fighting game community right now, and companies should be trying harder to please and, more importantly, keep their loyal fans. Also, if you guys have a moment, then please send a tweet to @StreetFighter with the hashtag #MoreFightMoney please. Don't forget to tag me. If we get enough tweets, then perhaps Capcom will take the points I mentioned in this video a little more serious. Anyway, let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with the points I made. If you liked the video, then don't forget to like my shit, and I'll see you guys in my next video.